down in. Oh no. Okay. Okay, finger up. What it could be.
What?
For the chickens. Do you have any idea what this could be?
It's got some leather on the side.
It's probably to open it, isn't it? No, it's not.
No, it's not. Welcome back to the homestead. Last week we began to start digging out the floor of this cave here and putting all of the material up onto the path so we could drive up and down with the tractor so we can start to renovate the stone houses. So we're going to continue now to dig the floor and just keep doing that process until we get to where we need to be with the path. The floor in here is basically a mix of really nice like white stone, flish stone, which is the stone we have here naturally occurring on the land, and bricks and some terracotta and a little bit of glass. It would have been interesting to see how they laid that. I guess they filled the gaps of the floor with what they had on hand. But these stones are really, really nice. Very heavy. I think it's concrete on a stone. Got the best sniffer hound on it. Oh, that's heavy. Oh. Anyone wants to come to the cave gym, You are invited. Oh my, look, that's so heavy. Come on. Come on. Did you see my work with the floor? I got them out by myself.
Very good. I know you hurt your back.
No, I hurt my back. But nevertheless, I did it. Oh, I've literally no strength left. We are back down here continuing to dig the floor. Yesterday we got out as many stones as we could, and now the floor is the naturally occurring stone. So now he's brought out the big guns.
The small, big guns.
The little big guns.
The biggest guns we have.
SDS drill.
Five years and 7,000 batteries later.
Yeah, that's going to take ages.
The big guns lasted for 4 minutes.
Battery gone. This is definitely not the right tool that we need to do that, so we're just trying to figure out what the best option is, like if we got a bigger SDS drill. Robbie said we would need to have electric down here, which is also like another job as well in order to be able to do that, so it's a little bit of a puzzle. What would you do? Can you help me?
Can you just...
Yesterday we were having an issue here because the SDS drill that we have is really not powerful enough to get this floor up. We've invested into a bigger SDS drill. The only downside is that this is electric, so we're having to run an adapter from the water reserve up here. There's quite a lot to take out if we really wanted to level it with the back because they've dug very deep down there. But once this is all out, we have much more space in the cave, which is fantastic. So you can really stand in here.
The extension lead is actually not long enough, so we have to go to the village for the third time for this job. What are you up to, you're asking? We need to fix the irrigation point and put the sockets at the end of the electricity cable so that we have electricity here. I think I found one here. Super hot. Temporary water is here. And then you see how it works. We need to get a tap, yeah. It's already time that Emily has to go up to turn off the electricity, otherwise I get grilled down here, not by the sun. Now that's professionally wired, we can close the box and test the drill. I need to call Emily to turn on the electricity again. And here we have our fantastic SDS drill, which I'm really proud of. Really looking forward to use it. Try if it doesn't blow up. That's not good. Oh no. So that was quite a journey till we have electricity here, and the split we prepared last year doesn't work. But I didn't troubleshoot. I did make a DIY extension cable, and we take the electricity now from the water pump. So let's go. the whole area here was once seabed, because you can find everywhere like shells around. And I think I like it. That really hurt.
A couple of weeks ago we bought a finger lime tree and we think that the pot is way too small, so we bought this lovely Italian terracotta pot here, so hopefully we get some fruits.
Going nowhere.
Is this the whole bag?
Need the whole leftover. Oh. Need to have a little bit more, huh?
Yeah.
Come on, spiciest plant on earth. Oh.
Oh wow, you want to see? It's crazy. The soil's like
It's like the opposite.
grey. Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, then we get some new soil, huh?
Yeah. But don't cut yourself. So spiky. Oh.
Some of you had some concerns about the stability of the cave, so let me share some technical information with you. I made a 3D scan of the whole cave with LiDAR, 640,000 data points, so I think the cave finally got the point. So on the 3D scans we see that the ceiling spans around 2.4 meters and the weight flows down the curves into the ground and the wall. So the arch is one of the most stable structures there is. Pretty architectural, no? And above the cave, as you can see, 3.5 meters of tuff. It would carry 20 times that load. Pretty tough material, huh? And even when it's soaked, where it would be at its weakest, it has still a safety factor by 10. Engineers will be alright with 2 to 3. So water is our biggest concern. But look at this path. It naturally sends all of the water away and it can't sit on top of the cave. I was in there during the rainy season and it was bone dry. Even the insect funnels were bone dry. So it naturally diverts away all of the water. What a great design. So for anyone wondering if the cave is stable, I think it's not even stable, I think it rocks.
I look out across the water, I smell the song, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I
focus all of my energy and remind me on this moment where Emily did forget to fill the toilet paper after she used the last bit. See, I'm not that angry.
And also I don't use toilet paper because girls don't, you know.
Poo.
You may not be able to see us, but we can see you. We did a lot of drilling out the floor, and we will continue when we have daylight again and you can see us. Here you see this old stone wall that they made before.
Down here we have a little bit of problematic bit. Probably the stone, or like the sandstone where this wall was sitting on, eroded through time. And now we have quite a gap here. The big stones we dug out from the cave, we will place them down here, like, and build up this wall. Ideally till here, that the whole side here is nice and stable again. And here where the roots are growing out, it's probably marking the end of the stone wall, where they are between the natural occurring stone here and the stones they put on top. But here as well, like, as long as this is not eroding out, it's quite stable. So my idea is like to close it with something that the fish stone is not eroding out of this gap here. Welcome to day 749 of our story to become an archaeologist.
We're sort of almost there with the path. This is really, really hard work, and I know probably the episode feels quite repetitive, but the reality is it's just a very repetitive job. Wow, it's so exhausting. I don't know how the dog just sleeps through the whole thing. Like, he has the best sleeps of his life down here. It's really funny. Here there's still a lot to still level, but get the bulk of it out. So come on.
I did a little test to prove our concept of the path, so I tried to drive forward up there. The back wheels were turning as always, so then I found out how I can turn on the 4x4. The only thing is, if this thing is on, you can't make any curves. Test now, backwards, 4x4 in, up to where we have to fill, that we don't have to break our backs with the wheelbarrow. Nope.
How are you feeling?
Oh, done in. It's literally like since how many days we're digging? 6-7 days digging and putting this wheelbarrow up and down.
So we will leave this week's video there. We won't bore you with any more up and down and digging. Obviously the path is not yet where it needs to be. We wait for some rain now and then we really compress it.
So there's good news for you. We stop digging down there for a while and start dig up there, so we can shape out the path before it comes finally raining for a day. And it would be good that we have shaped the whole path in the shape it should be, then it gets wet and then we can compress it either with the tractor or by hand.
And then eventually we'll throw down some seeds and put some roots in and everything. So, but it feels good to build a path with the things that you have here, that we're not buying concrete and things and putting it into the land.
It would have been much more comfortable though.
It would have been much easier.
Much easier.
And got it delivered. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, give us a little like and a comment, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. It's finally raining.
Robbie's going to go from bottom to top, the full journey with the tractor. Finally.